Kam yajamahe sagandim pushtivarana urvarukamiva bandhana mrityormukshiyamamritato. Namaste. All of us experience anxiety and maybe even fear from time to time. For some people, it's just situational. For other people, it's chronic. But in either case, yoga has some tools to offer that can really help to alleviate some or even all of those feelings. What a yogi would say about anxiety is several things. One is that it's a mind and energy that are extremely agitated. Another, that the energy in the body is out of balance, and therefore the mind is also out of balance. And also our attention is too much in the future and not enough on the present moment. In our class now, we're going to explore those and a few other elements of yoga practice that can help to diminish or even completely relieve the experience of anxiety and fear. So let's get started. Come into a sitting position. Rose will be assisting in this class. Sit comfortably cross-legged or in a chair as you feel, with a straight spine. Close the eyes. Turn the gaze to the point between the eyebrows and just notice the breath, the physical breath. So often we focus on the energy breath. For now, let's just focus on the physical breath as it flows in and out through your nose. And when a person is experiencing anxiety, you may or may not be experiencing it right now, but when you are experiencing it, the inhalation tends to be stronger than the exhalation. And whether you measure breath in terms of the physical flow of air or the energetic flow in the spine, you can just notice, is the inhalation getting overemphasized? And the simple act of backing off the inhalation and balancing the flows of the breath, physically or energetically, one will help to balance the other, can be a first step in relieving the experience of anxiety. So let's pay attention to the breath now, and one way to balance it is simply to breathe in and out to the same count. Don't worry about holding the breath, just inhale to a count of 6. Exhale slowly, evenly to a count of 6. And inhale. And exhale. Better still would be a count of 8, slowing down. Anxiety tends to speed everything up, and just the act of slowing down and balancing the breath can be a wonderful balance to come to the place where we're not experiencing those symptoms anymore. So another breath or two with 8 counts, or even 10 if you like. It's not to the point of strain. Just think of ease and smoothing out the energy, smoothing out the mind. Not allowing the mind or energy to carry us away. All right, let's open the eyes once again, and let's begin to warm up the body now, preparatory for some asana practice. Let's come onto the knees. Standing on your knees. And step the left foot way forward, will be your mirror images here, and settle down into a lunging position, knee over ankle, and then straighten up again. And exhale, settle into the lunge, and straighten up. One more time. This time let's hold in that down position, and you can rest the hands either on the floor or on your knee, either way, and just Spend a couple breaths here, letting especially the front of the right hip open up. Anxiety often leads to a lot of tension in the abdominal region. Let's just release it here. If you press into the knee, your back will come back a little bit and you'll feel a little more stretching in the abdominal region. And let's inhale. Straighten the left leg, toes off the floor. Let's come forward to stretch the back of the left leg. You can rest the hands just below the hip joint on the left leg, spine straight. We're doing a pretty significant forward bend later in this routine. It's good to begin stretching out now. And let's inhale back to upright. Step the left knee back to join the right. So exhale. And inhale the right foot forward and down into lunge. And back up again. And deep into the lunge. Just getting the muscles working here. And now let's stay in the lunge on the next exhalation. Again, if you have the hands on the knee, you can press into the knee and you press the torso back a bit. And you spread the opening from not just in the left hip, but up through the abdominal region. One more breath. And then inhale, straightening the right leg, toes off the floor, exhaling forward, stretching through the back of the right leg. Feeling anxiety and fear, any effort to slow down can be very fruitful. And let's inhale back up and let's come to upright standing position. We're going to do circle of joy, which you've certainly done if you've been following some of these classes before. We're going to do it a little more slowly today, and we're going to use it, we're going to do a count with it. Let's bring the hands to the heart. We'll inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Release behind, 2, 3, 4. Interlace fingers. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, front, 2, 3, 4. And back to the heart again. Inhaling, interlacing. Exhaling, inhaling overhead, exhaling behind. Inhale and lift, exhale in front, and back to the heart. One more time through, a little different here in the middle. Let's exhale forward. Inhale overhead. This time let's exhale left. Inhale up. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale behind. Inhale lift. Step the feet apart, exhale, come forward, and bring the hands over the top. And let's just stay here for a few breaths. Let the shoulders stretch out a bit, backs of the legs stretch out a bit, spine lengthening. Then reach the hands for the sky, coming back to upright, release and circle overhead, stretching tall. Exhaling, relaxing, arms down. Let's step the feet back together into Tadasana. Let's close the eyes. Now, just as we were mentioning earlier that the inhalation can often be overemphasized in the state of anxiety and fear, so also the distribution of our weight can be biased by anxiety and fear. When you tend to be in a state like that, your weight often tends to tip forward onto the balls of the feet much more than on the heels. Just notice. Maybe you're not feeling that now, but notice next time you are feeling it. Just the simple act of bringing your weight back evenly distributed, ball of foot and heel of foot, can be an excellent aid to backing away from that state of anxiety a bit. So I mentioned earlier, another temptation under anxiety and fear is to spend too much of our awareness into the future rather than being in the present moment. Balancing poses are great ways to bring your mind to the present moment. We're going to do Tola Trikonasana, balancing triangle pose. Rose will do it off her knee, which makes it a little easier. This may be what you'd like to do, or if you'd like to do the standing version, do it with me. Either way, so come down on your knees if you're going to do it with Rose, and if you're with me, turn your left leg out and bring both hands to the floor. Okay, Rose will just bring her left hand to the floor, straightening the right leg out to the side, and then slowly open the right arm upward. And just enjoy the necessity of being in the present. How can you worry about something in the future if you'll fall over if you do right now? Just keep the breath flowing easily. Silently affirm, I expand fully into this moment. I expand fully into this moment. And let's gracefully come back down. Come back either standing upright or on your knees like Rose is doing. Just close the eyes and take a moment. Notice how you're drawn back into this moment. This is where your strength is, in this moment. It's not in the future. And let's do the other side now. And just feel that aliveness. Feel expanding into this moment. Through every limb, through the leg out behind, the leg overhead, the arm overhead, every limb. Expand into the moment. Okay, with the right hand down on the floor now, left leg up, and you can open up the left arm. Silently affirming, I expand fully into this moment. Let's inhale, come back to upright. Exhaling, relax. Close the eyes, lift the gaze, and just enjoy being in this moment. There's so much richness right here, right now. We miss it when we are going other places, other times. All right, let's come up to standing if you would. We're going to do Ardha Chandrasana. We're going to do Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose, with our heels staying down. Often we do it with our heels up, staying down. Ground us. Ground it right in the present moment. With the palms forward, let's inhale. Circle the arms up, interlocking thumbs. Exhale, hips right and shoulders left. And again, keeping heels down. You can keep the feet spread a little bit if that grounds you better, but if you can bring the feet closer together, even better, but don't do it at the expense of your balance. Very strengthening pose. Again, another in the moment kind of asana. Just keep the breath flowing smoothly, strongly through you. Silently affirm, strength and courage fill my body cells. And inhale, reach tall. Exhaling, relax down to Tadasana. Close the eyes and feel the strength that you need to meet whatever lies ahead. That's in you right now. It's not something you need to obtain, but just awaken to it. Let's do the other side. Inhale, circle tall. Exhale, hips left, shoulders right, heels staying down. Nice and grounded in this moment. Mentally affirming strength and courage fill my body cells. And let's inhale tall, exhaling, relax arms down, close the eyes, and just feel like with each successive asana, you're kind of withdrawing more and more of your attention, more and more of who you are, right into this moment. This is where not only your power is, this is where God is. God is not out in the future. God is right here, right now, ready to help. Let's step the feet wide apart for a Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. Wonderful asana for being aware of the energy in our body and smoothing it out. Powerful, but smooth. Let's turn the left leg out 90 degrees. Right leg rotates in, come into the lunging position to the side, knee over ankle, arms out to the sides. Let's inhale, reach to the left and up. Exhale, either elbow to thigh or hand to floor. Right arm up and over the top. In line with your spine. Breathe through the whole length of the body, like from the right leg all the way up the spine, all the way up through the right fingertips. The whole body is engaged here, being very alive right in this moment. Mentally affirm, I'm a fountain of boundless energy and power. I'm a fountain of boundless energy and power. And let's inhale. Reach upright, toes forward. Exhaling, relax the arms down. Close the eyes and just feel this strength coming to the fore. Enough to deal with anything that's going to come your way in your life. Let's do the opposite side. Right leg turns out. Again, into the lunging position to the side. Nice deep lunge. Open up the pelvic region, the hip region, arms out to the sides. Let's inhale. Reach to the right. Exhaling, hand to floor or elbow to thigh. Left arm up and over the top. Breath flowing easily, smoothly through you. Focus on that smoothness. Sometimes when we think too much about strength, we forget the smoothness. We want both. Silently or mentally repeating, I'm a fountain of boundless energy and power. It's exactly what you are. One more breath. And let's inhale. Reach left arm up, coming to upright, toes forward. Exhaling, relaxing arms down. Let's step back into Tadasana. Close the eyes and just enjoy that wonderful feeling. So much energy flowing freely. And notice, it's not agitated. Smoothly and freely. Let's come down into firm pose now. Vajrasana. Sitting back on the heels. Just allow the legs to relax. Often when there's experience of anxiety, the muscles in the fronts of the thighs are restless, wanting to go, go, go. Let them relax. Let the weight of the upper body squeeze tensions out of the legs. Now, let's come forward onto the belly, full length for Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Hands by your chest, elbows in close, lengthening back through the legs. Keep the legs active in this asana. Don't make it just an upper body asana. Press the pubis into the floor, and as you inhale, lift the head, shoulders, mid-back. You can use the arms a little bit, but keep the back muscles engaged. This is how you're going to charge your spine with energy, not by doing a push-up, but by really focusing on the spinal muscles and charging the spine with energy. Keep the breath flowing smoothly, strongly. Lift the gaze and just rise into whatever circumstances may confront you right now in your life. Silently affirm, I rise joyfully to meet each new opportunity. One more breath. Exhaling, let's relax back down to the floor. Turn your head to one side. Let the body soften. And then push back into child pose. The back side of the body stretch out a bit. Now we're going to go into that forward bending asana I mentioned earlier, Paschimottanasana, posterior stretching pose. So you can stretch the legs out in front and sit on a blanket or a cushion of some kind. If you'd like to help tip the pelvis forward, this is a wonderful asana. Anxiety, fear tends to manifest physically, tensions through the backs of the legs. So often, most of the time in Ananda Yoga, in forward bends, we focus mostly on opening the spine. Today, let's really focus on releasing these physical tensions, the backs, the legs, which reinforce the attitude of anxiety and fear. All right, let's inhale. Reach the arms up overhead, stretching tall. Exhaling, coming forward with a straight spine. Just let the hands come wherever they wish to. Straight spine. Don't arch the neck back. Don't round the spine. Just have it nice and straight and long. If you like, you can press into the floor beside your hips to lengthen your spine. One more breath of lengthening the spine. And the exhalation, relax forward. Just let the hands walk out to wherever they comfortably come. You can reach your toes easily. Grasp the big toes, the first two fingers of each hand. Otherwise, just rest the hands on the floor. And focus on that release through the backs, the legs, letting go of the reinforcement for the attitude of fear, attitude of anxiety. Silently affirm, I am safe. I am sound. All good things come to me. They give me peace. I am safe. I am sound. All good things come to me. They give me peace. Now let's release the hands, walk them back in. Stretching this, big in the spine back to upright. Let's inhale, reach overhead, lengthening spine, exhaling, relaxing, arms down. Let's just sit here for a moment. Just enjoying the openness through the backs of the legs. And now let's come on to hands and knees. We're going to do the pigeon pose, Rajakapotasana, a simple version of the asana. So bring your left knee forward, just to the inside of the left wrist, left foot out to the right side of the body, and reach back through the right leg. Walk the hands in so the torso comes upright and even into a bit of a backward bend. Lift the chest. Feel stretch down in the abdominal region as well as the front of the right hip. Lift your gaze. Feel that the future is in front of you, past, behind, and where your gaze is turned is the only place that matters. Right here, right now. This is where your strength is. And let's release now. Slowly come forward. Come back onto hands and knees once again. Let's just pause here for a moment. Just feel this asana helping to draw you right into the present. Let's bring the right knee forward now. The right foot comes to the left side of the body and walk the hands in. Just pressing firmly into the floor with the hands, but also press into the floor with the outer right thigh and the front of the left leg, everything lifting you. Silently affirm, I rise above all thought of past and future into the eternal now. I rise above all thought of past and future into the eternal now. And let's release now, coming back onto hands and knees, and then sliding back into child pose, just allowing the body to relax, the back side of the torso to stretch out a bit. We're going to move into a couple of inversions now. Rose is going to do Sarvangasana, shoulder stand. If you've never done shoulder stand before, it's a better idea to go to our online instructional video, not make this your first time. But if you know the pose and would like to do it along with her, you can get a blanket or two to help protect your cervical curve and lie down on the blanket with the head off the edge of the blanket but the shoulders on the blanket. And then raise the legs, stretch them up, lift the buttocks up, bring the hands to the back side of the body, and slowly walk the hands closer and closer to your shoulder blades and lengthen up through the legs. Press the back of the arms, shoulders, head into the floor, and lengthen up through the whole body. If you want to do downward facing dog with me, come onto hands and knees, and let's press back and up into Adho Mukha Svanasana. In either asana, just feel peace, calmness pouring into the brain. From the inverted position of the body, the force of subtle gravity, bringing energy to the brain. Silently affirm, God's peace now floods my being. God's peace now floods my being. Let's slowly release under control. Down to Shavasana if you were doing shoulder stand, into child pose if you were doing downward dog. We'll do one more asana, especially for those who are doing shoulder stand. We'll do Matsyasana, the fish pose. Bring the hands, palms to the floor, hands underneath your buttocks, elbows in at your sides, and Inhaling, press elbows and sit bones down and arch up through the chest and abdominal region. Keep the legs active, lengthening out through the legs, just a little bit of weight on the back corner of the head. Don't support a lot of weight there. Feel it's your sit bones and elbows pressing into the floor, launching you up, opening you up. Just open the whole front side of the body. Sometimes with anxiety, we curl up a bit. Don't let that happen. Open up. Silently affirm, my soul floats on waves of cosmic light. My soul floats on waves of cosmic light. And let's release now. Slowly lowering the body down, taking the hands out from underneath and opening into Shavasana, corpse pose. Palms and inner arms open to the sky. Feet comfortably apart. Arms a little bit away from the body. Back of the neck long. Lift your gaze to the point between the eyebrows. Behind closed eyelids. With a couple of exhalations, let go of the body. Just let it sink into the floor. So we're emphasizing exhalations here. Remember, anxiety tends to emphasize inhalations. Let's emphasize exhalations to counter that. Just let everything go with your exhalations. Several deep ones. And mentally begin to affirm. Bones, muscles, movement, I surrender now. Anxiety, elation and depression, churning thoughts. All these I give into the hands of peace. Bones, muscles, movement, I surrender now. Anxiety, elation and depression, churning thoughts. All these I give into the hands of peace. Just give your entire being, all that you are, all that you may be, into the hands of peace. Bring your awareness back to the breath. And carry your awareness out through the body. Once again, to move the hands and feet a little bit, arms and legs. To roll your head from side to side. Bring the knees up, wrap your arms around them, squeeze them into the torso. Roll left and right across the spine a few times. And over onto one side. Let's pause here for a moment. And then let's slowly push back to an upright sitting position. And prepare for the meditation portion of our class. We're going to do two things in the meditation portion. First, we're going to do a simple pranayama technique, Brahmari pranayama. Then, we're going to go into an exercise that Paramahansa Yogananda recommended for dispelling fear. Wonderful and very simple practice for dispelling fear. So first, Brahmari pranayama, the bee breath or humming breath. Very simple. We'll breathe, we'll inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. But as we exhale, we're going to make a humming sound. Very simple, wonderfully calming for the mind, however. Anytime you feel a little upset or anxious, try a few bee breaths. Let's inhale and exhale. Easy enough. Let's do it several times here. Eyes closed, turned up to the point between the eyebrows. Inhaling and humming. Don't try to match the length of your breaths to mine. Yours may be longer or shorter. Just do what's appropriate for you without strain. Let's do a few more. Try to feel the vibration of the hums, not just in your mouth, but in your brain, throughout the entire head. And one more time. Now focus on whatever situation in your life you may tend to feel some anxiety or fear about. And let's inhale, hold the breath, tense the whole body, squeeze, and as you exhale, throw out that anxiety or fear. Let it go. Exhale through the mouth, full exhale. Let's do it again. Inhale. Hold, squeeze the body like you're taking charge of your energy, charge of your mind. Exhaling, blow it all out. And again, inhale, squeeze. Vibrate with energy. Just take charge of your life. Exhale and throw it out. Now we'll do it one more time, a little differently. This time we'll hold the breath out as long as comfortable, really feeling yourself free of all anxiety, all fear. And when you inhale again, inhale a sense of calm confidence, a sense of strength. Let's do it. Let's inhale. Hold and squeeze the body. Exhale and rid yourself completely of all anxiety. And hold the breath out as long as is comfortable, enjoying your freedom from anxiety. And when you need to inhale, do so feel like you're inhaling calm confidence, filling body and mind. And hold the breath at the end of the inhalation. Bring that calm confidence to the point between the eyebrows, the spiritual eye. And when you need to exhale again, just let go of the breath. Don't pay any more attention to it. Let the body exhale. Keep your attention at the point between the eyebrows. Feel it building. Concentrate on it at the spiritual eye. Knowing that you have the strength to deal with anything that may come. Your concentration going deeper with each passing moment. Feel, as Yogananda put it, feel your mental machinery beginning to hum with the vibration of willpower. Feel a gentle but very powerful pulsing at the point between the eyebrows, the pulsing of your will. From this point, Yogananda recommended to turn that willpower in the direction of fearless caution and continuous good judgment. And begin to rotate those two qualities in your mind's eye. Rotate them around each other very powerfully. Fearless caution and continuous good judgment. Energized by your will. Practice this technique for a long time, but for now just let go of the rotating those qualities and simply sit in the stillness, in that calm confidence, strengthened by will, by fearlessness, by good judgment. Knowing that you're doing your part to meet whatever circumstances you may confront. God will do his part to help you. Let's slowly open the eyes once again. The surest antidote to anxiety is to do your absolute best in the moment with non-attachment to whatever happens, knowing that when you do your part, God will come in and help. Joy to you.